good morning sa inyo lahat. This is Ronnie Gayosa. Welcome to my FB Live at my FB page. Today is May 24, 2021. Monday, last week of trading natin, for the month of May. And we're going to have an update happening in our stock market. And we're using COL and BDO Securities. Okay, so, kamusta na inyong weekend? Weekend weekdays. Pag Saturday, anong tawag doon? Pag Saturday. Weekdays, weekend. Okay, so I hope na last week yung market natin baba pa rin. No? So tingnan natin kung anong sentiment ng market natin today. And i-move on na tayo sa aking platform, which is COL. So, yan time natin, 9:45. 15 minutes na tayo open sa market. So, yung mga bago dyan, nag-start ng trading or investment, pag-aralan nyo maigi kung paano ang pag-invest sa stock market. At yung hindi pa naman at nag-decide pala, mamaya may bibigay ako sa inyong option para at least pero naman kayo pag-ibigay. Diba yan? So right now, ito yung ating we're using fundamental and technical analysis kung saan nag-update tayo. Makita nyo kung lang gagamitin natin for technical analysis is INVESTAGRAMS and PSEH naman yung ating fundamental. Last week, meron tayong mga discuss regarding sa mga fundamental technical ng mga companies from different sector. Actually, nasaan na tayo? Susundan yung parang industrial na tayo. Medyo marami ng industrial. Nung tinapos ko, parang 10. Pero, kayo nang mag-ano doon. Yung mga nanonood ng sumusubayba dito. Kayo na magtuloy. Susunod naman natin for this week is in ibang sector. Example, holdings, property services, and mining. So, importante yan yung matutunan nyo. Para at least alam nyo na yung pag-aaralan nyo kung ano yung mga stocks na pwede pilihin. Hindi yung maasa lang po tayo sa mga forecast o kaya sa mga kaibigan natin, instead na tayo yung natututo, nag-aaral, hindi natin malalaman. Even sa mga Facebook, mga group, wala naman akong against doon, kaya kailangan pag-aralan yung kasi may mga group na may mga in-endorse silang mga company or mga stocks. Problem is, minsan yung mga stocks na hindi naman gumagalaw o kaya mayroong tatalis daw, nataakit niya. Isipin nyo na lang, kung yung company na yun na bibilhin nyo, bigla kayo maipit o hindi naman gumalaw, biglang makapaka, isa yung investment nyo. Kaya kailangan kayo mismo pili ng mga stocks. Dito naman lahat yan, everything dito sa ating platform. Kung may mga ibang platform kayong gamit, pag-aralan nyo. Sabi ko nga, ang pinaka-importante sa pag-trading yung pagpapamiliarize ng platform. Meron kasi ako mga kausap, turuan din, na doon pa lang sa platform, wala na, hindi na nila na paano gamitin. Kaya minsan nahihirapan din sila. Tatanong na lang kung ano yung dapat bilhin. Dito pa lang, makikita nyo na kung ano yung dapat yung bilhin. So, simulan natin sa active. Top active natin ngayon for today is Converge, D2, JFC, CLI, MEG, ASEP, Gold, DXP, MBT, PHP. Meaning yan, ayun yung mga top mover. Marami pa yan, na pwede nyo pagpilihan. Mamaya meron akong, sa Instagram, meron akong pakikita rin sila iba-iba pa rin stocks na pwede nyo tignan. Okay. And gainers naman natin, ito naman yung market yung change niya, tumaas yung change niya. So, iba-iba yan. Hindi ibig sabihin na mataas yung porsyento ay yung change niya mismo is mataas na yung porsyento niya. Hindi. Kahit mataas yung change niya, pero yung percentage ang pinag-uusapan dito. So, yun yung nilalagay nila. So, yung top. We have Evermed, PXP, CLI, Go, Soft, NIPLC, ALI. Nag-aralan nyo rin yan kung bakit nag-move yung ever, ano meron. DXP, minsan kasi kahit wala namang news catalyst o kaya sa fundamental niya is talaga hindi naman ganun kaganda, nag-move yung isang company because may mga, mga investor na pa-pump and dump, tawagin yan. Umibili ng marami, and then susunod yung ba, tumataas yung percentage, kung nakita ka nila rito, nakita lang mataas ang percentage, sali na rin sila bumili kasi mataas yung percentage. But then, bigla na lang babagsak, ay naman nagbentahan na. Kaya yung iba, yung mga nakakabili ng mahal, naipit na sa taas, wala na hindi mga alam na bakit sila bumili. Diba? So, yun yung isang problema pagka hindi naaral yung mga stocks. Losers naman, ito yung mga mababa naman, yung bumaba yung presyo o kaya yung change. Okay, we have Lodi, IDC, PES, Sun, Lotto, Lang, BRND2, FTHC, and NSC. But doesn't mean na hindi maganda yung kumpanya. Minsan naman kasi may mga company na bumaba yung change na dahil may pullback o kaya naman ay na yung pinaka support niya. Diba? Low price niya na yun. So, pwedeng umakyat ulit yung presyo niya. Kaya naman on sale na siya, di ba? Ibig sabihin, mababa na yung dip na yung price niya na pwede nang bilhin. So, lalo ngayon sa panahon ngayon, itong time natin yan ng pandemic, di ba? Bababa na yung presyo niya. Kaya kung makikita nyo, so pupuntahan natin yung ating PSEI na chart. Ito yung chart natin na PSEI index. Bababa na rin yung niya ito, yung trend niya, di ba? Yung price action niya last week, actually, ibang hindi ko masyadong nakita yung last week niya, last price. Pero dito ngayon, nag-open siya at 6,195. And then, medyo mababa ngayon niya. Negative 7.27 points or 0.12% down yung ating market today. Pero hindi pa naman tapos yung market natin. Simula pa lang naman. It's Monday. And makikita natin kung ano talagang real price and after no trading time or closing. Anong oras bang closing? 1 o'clock. Ang regular niyan is 3 o'clock actually. Ngayon hindi pa nagbabago pa rin yung ating time. Kaya we have only 3 hours or 4 hours na trading. Kasi yung 9 o'clock actually open na yung pre-open na yung market. So you can participate na o makapag-purchase o buy or sell kayo doon. And then 9:30 so you start ng trading. Right? So ito yung anting na ngayon. Price action. So sideways lang for 5 days. Walang movement masyado. Sideways. And today, Monday naman, pababa nga yung price na kasi on the support, hitting that 200 EMA, moving average. Ngayon, nagtito na siya ngayon papunta sa 100, actually, nagtito na nga lahat, na-hit na lahat. Support level pa lang yung sabi ko, 200 support level and then yung papunta sa 100 support level. Kasi yung makita natin na natama na support level. Actually, na-touch na siya last week. Hindi lang siya nagsunod-sunod. Normally, pagka natatouch na at sumasunod na candle, doon pa rin tumatama, pwede mabutas yung support level. So, let us see kung ano mangyayari this week. Hanggang saan naabot ang ating support. Kung abot pa siya ng 6,100 o hanggang 6,000, hindi natin alam. Depende sa market. Dito nga lang sa ating kasi. Sa ibang bansa kasi may tinatawag tayong shorting. So every time buhaba yung price ng market, pwede ka mag-gain or mag-take profit. Pwede kang kumita doon. Pero dito sa atin, the only way na para kumita ka is just wait for the price na umakyat. Pag kumakit yung presyo niyan, meaning kung ano yung price mo, add mo lang yung dagdag na price, so yun yung profit. Kung tinigpad mo, tinipin mo siya. Pero kung hindi mo yung tinipin, hayaan mo na siya umakyat, pinapangusap, mag-iiba pa rin yung so makikita mo sa portfolio mo kung gano'ng kalaki yung percentage na potential. Alright? So, ito yung ating PSDI as of today. No? Time check natin is 9:51. Okay, so let's move on. No? Sa ating mga latest research. Check na natin ating tech spotlight. Technical spotlight. Ito yung sinabi ko na dapat daily. No? Babasahin nyo once start kayo mag-trading. Yung mga catalyst din kasi yan. Pwedeng pag-akat ng market o ng price of market o pagbabari. So okay, let's start. Now, PSE ends the week flat, but the weakness still prevalent. The Philippines Index 6199 was up 0.5 ahead, aided by the uptrend from its large consequence. A late rebound from SM and SECURITIES boosted the index back to positive ground after spending also the negative territory. But the PSE continues to move downward and has entered the next band of support, that between 6.2 and 6.05. Adjusted according for sliding channel low. It's also pleased to show itself below its 20-day EMA line along this line, but attesting to overhead resistance closer to 6.21. The index has not yet reached oversold level and we have some downside room. This week will also endeavor to complete the adjustment from the MSCI, which could generate some volatility to affected issues. Also, upcoming large IPO of non-business more funds on the market contributing to its scarcity and keep the market in hibernation. Summary natin, the US market saw mixed action in the consolidation views. The US market saw mixed action Friday as the Dow climbed while SP 500 Nasdaq back on. After recently breaking short-term uptrend lines, its indices may not need to proceed on its sidewards. Worries about inflation and what could do the Fed hands in terms of using stimulus is still prevailing as market threat such some rational swings seems apparent maybe this that may cause some market consolidation. So ito yung ating international market no sa Philippines. So ito yung last week 6199 Friday changes 1.61 sabi niyo market din tayo dito pala ng Friday. And ito naman yung sa US, Nasdaq and SP 500. So down sila. The country, Hong Kong and China is down also. Hindi naman lahat naman tayo. Mostly sa mga counterpart natin mga market is down din sila. Sa US actually nagkakaroon sila ng price correction Kaya talagang bumabag sa ibang mga price ng stocks. Okay, isa mas active stock by bodies, AC, BDO, CNPF, Converge, SM, SMPH, and DLL, and kanilang most active stock by bodies. And shout out natin to Juan Barredo, Chief Technical Analysis sa Call Financial. Mga taong nag-a-analyze na ito, hindi natin kailangan gawin pa, kailangan lang natin i-analyze na lang or i-apply na lang. Right. So, mga technical. Now, another research, no? Technical guide. Bago tayo technical guide. As of May 21, 2021. Like ko sinasabi, checkin nyo muna yung date no, ng technical guide na binibigay na inyong kung meron man no, na platform, yun yung muna yung date. Kasi baka pagtingin nyo, bigla na lang kayong tumingin sa recommendation at kayo bigla na lang nag-buy or nag-sell dahil yung sinabi, yun pala anong month na last month pa. Baka may ganun. Meron ako pa-usap. Ginawa niya raw yung sinasabi ng recommendation. Sabi ko, anong month mo nagawa yan? Ay, hindi ko alam, hindi ko na-check Di ba? Baka pag-open nyo, minsan kasi meron kayo mga offset tab na, ano na, last month pa pala yun o 3 months ago pa. Kasi hindi naman nabubura yan. Diyan lang yun as reference yan. Di ba? Archive yan eh. So, kailangan, tignan nyo yung bago. May 21. Okay, and then check nyo rin yung initiated. Baka naman yung initiated siya o yung ni-recommend siya masyado nang matagal na rin. Tulad nito, Philippine News Bank, di ba? Kailan siya? 4:15. Sabi, sell. April 15 pa to eh. Mga ganong kaso. Ito pa, mas matindi. March pa to. ABS-CBN, sell in strength, March 30. Kaya ikaw nagbenta ka, biglang umakyat. Matagal mo naghihintay dahil sobrang baba na ng price niya. Diba? Kaya naman, check yun. Ito pa, isa pa to. Eagle Cement, selling strength, March 26. Ito, April, Mega White Construction. April 28. So, kailangan latest. No? Normally, yung pinaka-latest, mga 1 week lang actually. Kaya 3 days. Ito, 519. Ano na to? 19, 5 days na to actually. Anong latest? May 21, dala yung binigyan na recommendation. At that time na binigyan niya recommendation, hindi mo check yung tama. Ayan, katulad ito. Union Bank, may 21 to, di ba? Hold. Mga latest to. Crown Chemical Corporation, sell naman sabi dito. May 21 din. Check-checkin nyo pa kung what time, what the date, recommend, and rating initiated CON or self-researcher. But then, hindi ibig sabihin na binigay recommendation at yung kung ano yung recommend nila, isusunod nyo agad. Siyempre, check nyo pa rin kung bakit. Sabi rito, ang kulang tayo, yung latest. Take profit, 521. Take profit ka na sa Philippine Savings Bank at 56.95. Tingnan natin. Check natin yan, bakit sinabing take profit. Take profit kasi up na raw siya. PNB na lang muna, PNB, take profit, PNB. 2110. So, PNB, $81. Okay, so sinabi niya 2110 mo binili. Right? PNB, take profit. PNB, 2110 na siya, di ba? Anong price siya ngayon? 2150. So meaning, kung nabili mo sa baba, 19 at 2110, may take profit ka na nga naman doon. At paano, kumita ka na rin. So, check natin ang PNB kung meron tayo dito sa liwan. PNB. Dalawa pala PNB. Kung tayo sa doble kasi minsan sa doble. So, PNB sabi, take profit at 2110. Kung nakapag-purchase, kasi ang haba na ito. Dito, lugi ka na nga talaga rito. Kung dito ka nakabit sa taas, matibig ng baba. Kaya kung wala pa naman kayong position yan, dito kayo bumili at 19 pesos at 2110, take profit ka na. Ilan yun? Natin. So, sabihin natin na bilang mo ng 19 peso. Okay, 19. So, sa 2110, less 19. So, meron ka ng 2 peso and 1 centavo. Diba? So, sa 2 peso and 1 centavo mo, bumili ka ng, sabihin natin, kasi medyo mataas na 5,000 shares. Times mo sa 5,000 shares. Meron ka ng take profit of 10,500. Hindi kayo sinasabi niya, take profit. Take profit. Same with sa Philippine Savings Bank. So, mas malaki pa nga ito. Yan, ayun lang pagtingin na itong technical guide ng CON. So kung meron kayong ganito sa ibang platform, ano nyo yun, check-in nyo yun. Para at least meron pa rin kayo kato paano na pagbabasihan kung anong bibili nyo, at what price, at what date. Hindi yung agad-agad, ura-ura bibili na kayo ng stocks, and then hindi nyo alam kung anong ginawa. Yan ang mga potential na possible na nangyayari. Okay, so yan yung technical guide. Marami yan actually, yung mga stock. Mga stocks na nangyayari. Click mo lang kung ano yung stocks na gusto mo. Example na ito. Ito natin. Panina. Kaya yan, PNB. Click mo PNB para makita mo yung price. Dito na lang tayo. Kaya ilagay mo sa codes mo na PNB. PNB, magkano price na rin. 115 na siya. Pero nung 19 niya, hindi ko yung usapan. Doon mo nabili. Para at least makaroon. Make profit. Right? So, yun. Ating naklik ko yung inclusion. Kanya pag-open, no? Just put yung user ID nyo pagka nabigyan na kayo ng user ID and password, and then just log in. Pero nga simple, kung gusto nyo naman na, kasi ano to naka-save yung aking password. Dahil ako lang naman gumagamit ng computer. Pero sa labas, huwag nang gagawin yun na kayo mag-open ng ng inyong computer na COL or ano man ba ito. Kasi minsan, di ba yung computer meron yung ayun nga, ating yung ginawa ko, di ba? Nakasave siya. So, mapakikita nila yung account. Ako mapakay naman. Sayang naman. Alright. So, technical guide, daily notes. So, ating daily notes naman, natin, FGen, ready to proceed with Santa Maria project. Ayan, top store natin. And other news, banking sector, BSP monetary boards approved feast low guidance for banks. Feast to ata para ano yun, feast. May meaning yung feast to. Parang binigyan din ng another, parang create tingnan lang natin. Basahin lang natin. So, FPH sets 50 billion capex in 2020. Ito hindi natin na ng Friday. Natin, i-update natin to. Yung ating COVID update. Minsan kasi nagiging catalyst din yan. No? Lalo-lalo ngayon sa panahon yun. Yan ang pinag-uusapan. So far, this total cases natin sa Philippines, we have 1,179,812. And a new case is around 3,082. And our total debt is 19,951 and 38. Bago yan. Total recovery shows 1,109,000 and 6,756 yung mga new total recoveries. US, we have 33,895,4. Another new cases is 13,187. And the total debt is a new 604,800,082 with a total debt, new debt of 200. So medyo buwaba na rin sa kanila, no? Dahil nga sa vaccination na ginagawa sa bansa ngayon natin sa US. Total recoveries, 37,501,393 and additional total recoveries of 13,151. Overall, worldwide, we have 167,505,69 or additional total case of 467,090. Especially sa India, napakaraming cases ngayon. Tawa ng mga tao talaga. Excuse me. Talaga hindi na lang paano gagawin nila. And nagkataon pa rin nagkakabusin sila ng mga gamit. For example, sa oxygen. Pati yung mga hospital na punong po. Total debt na ngayon is 9,400 worldwide. And total investment is 594,000. So market summary, the local equities market trading direct for most of the day on the Friday, but last minute buying cost. Okay, so tignan natin yung FGen. FGen, ready to proceed with Santa Maria project. FGen ready to proceed with Santa Maria project announced that we projected completion of this floating LNG regasification project to Q2. Okay. The company called push through the 1,200 megawatt Santa Maria gas-fired power generation project. The company said Santa Maria power plant could be completed by late 2024 or early 2025. And is currently conducting pre-development works and securing permits to the project. So this is in line with our view the completion of LNG regasification project will pay for the expansion of FGen LNG power generation portfolio in the future. Once completed, the Santa Maria plant will boost FGen LNG power generation capacity by 48% and FGen capacity by 50%. Okay, FGen price right now is 32.94. Good. Tingnan natin FGen. Ang FGen price right now 29.20. Okay. And sabi hold at price 32.94. So today's price is 29. Check natin yung kanyang lakas. Philippines. Okay, so for uptrend naman siya, no? Looking back dito sa ating chart. Itong month of January, itong 2021, from 28 to 33. But then, bababa na siya. No? Sumasabay na rin sa price ng market. Ngayon, 29.30. And I think bababa pa rin yung price na kasi lalagpasan niya na yung mga support level niya. Ano yung EMA, 100. No? Pasan niya na. Break na ng EMA 100. And papunta na siya sa EMA 100. Okay. So, FGen. So, check natin para makita natin yung kanyang fundamental. Incorporation, anong sector? Electricity, industrial. And tingnan natin directors and management. Oscar M. Lopez. FGen. And dividends right. 0.30. 3.84 per share. 0.28 cash. 3.8 per share on 1,400,000 outstanding USD preferred shares. Per share on the 13,750 shares. G. June 14, 2021 yung ex-dividend date. So, standing June na to, next month. Okay, so ayan yung ating FGen. Nakita natin yung kanyang fundamental and technical. Kasi nasa news. Kasi binigay na news. Yung kanyang top news sabi niya. Proceeded sa Santa Maria project. Ito yung hold rating FGen. We have a hold rating FGen with that. Fair value estimate to 32.94 per share. We protect to light FGen giving. It's relatively stable cash flows since bulk of capacity is contracted. And furthermore, with Department of Energy moratorium new coal power plant, this could potentially push forward the projected power shortage beginning 2024, increasing the competitiveness of the FGen gas and renewable plant, and improve the feasibility of FGen's LNG gasification project, which will enable the gas plant to remain viable after the completion of the industry. However, based on FGen's market price, 2020 upside for FBS at 10.2%. So, ito yung kanyang fair value 32.94. So, balikan natin dito. 29 fair value 32.94. Something natin ito. 32.94. fair value 32.24 and right now 29.50. Kaya kung ikaw bibili ng FGen today, this price, potential value na is 30.4. Alright, so next is technical guide. So we have another technical guide. 821. So same date din ito, no? Pwede natin discuss. Okay, so yan yung ating latest research from COM. Okay. So right now we have 0.33% negative and 20 or 20.51 points negative. So makita natin yung ating manahit na nga yung ano. Check natin FGen nga pala. Make a copy of FGen. Let's see. And then, check na lang natin. And then, check na natin yung ating latest. No? So, sabi kanina, 6178 na yung ating price na ng PSEI. 6.70. Natin kumahit na yung 6,100 today. So, medyo mabilis na yung pagbagsak ng presyo. Natin yung makasama rin. Masumusunod sa akin. Mababa rin yung price. JFC. JFC naman, umakit naman yung price. Yung JFC coming from as low as 163, right now 179. So, gain siya ngayon. Check. JFC or Charlie B Corporation. Now, let's move on. No? Discuss natin dito. Action sector. Okay. In terms of ano naman, mga sector na lang. Time check is 10:14. Ang ating PSEI out of 30 index nasa 13 ang gain natin yan. Top 3 JFC, AC, and Fuel Gold. And our overall market, out of 276, we have 50 and top 3 PXP, Ever, and CLI. Sa third line company po na. So we have ang financial sector. Out of 9, dalawa lang, BPI and PNB. Okay, nakakashoot niya. Ayan. Red ang kanyang sentiment niya. And sa industrial natin, 28, 12 out of 28. Sa industrial naman natin, with JFC and CNPF. Holdings, out of 15, we have 5. It's JGC, AC, and DMC. And property, we have 13. Isa lang. So, CLI lang. So, at the moment ng time natin, pala yung mga nag-gain. Property services, we have 8 out of 24. Led by Pure Gold, Bell, and Gold. Kalawa na yan. Namin magkalikip yun. Hindi nagpaano. Kasawa. And last but not the least is mining and oil. Mining and oil. Dalawa. PXP, SEC. So yan nating update for today. So I hope na check nyo pa rin yan everyday para at least meron kayong idea kung ano yung mga nangyari sa market natin. Kasi hindi yung isang company lang kayo nakatutok parati. Yung nakikita ko ano yung mga ibang potential na sa ibang stocks. Then let us see muna din kung ano yung pwede natin i-share sa inyo na mga videos. Para at least natin i-discuss yung mga new and latest video, no, coming from ANC. Itong ANC kasi medyo, no, paborito ko to, hindi medyo, pero paborito ko yung ano to, yung mga analysts kasi normally yung mga ano rito, ini-interview, no, nag-interview na si Bibi. It's more on mga ano, coming from the broker. So, mga analysts. So, check natin kung sino yung kanyang latest news. Ito 21. Bago lang din. Ito naman is from April Lintan ng COL. Meron siyang interview. Inside with April Lintan, we right here on bidding for Citibank, Philippine consumer business coming from ANC. So let's move on. Check natin yung kanya interview.
Still have with us BPI President and CEO Jose Teodoro Limcauco. Last month, Limcauco said BPI is interested in bidding for the consumer and retail businesses of Citibank Philippines. This after the banking giant announced its exit from the country to focus its business on wealth management and in nations where its consumer banking business is strong. For more on this, we now have back with us Mr. Limcauco. It said that you plan to bid for the consumer and retail businesses of Citibank Philippines. So can you tell us more about the rationale of doing this?
Well, we'll see, right? Citibank has announced globally that they are exiting the retail business in 13 countries, one of which was the Philippines. And we know that the Philippine business of Citibank is a very well-run business. It's an excellent business. They do a great job. They've got a great team of people there. They've got an excellent customer base. So we've reached out to the Citibank team here and told them that as soon as information is available, we'd like to know and take a look at it. Now, based on what we see with that information, we'll have to decide whether we would actually make a bid. My gut feel is it's a great operation, it's a great business, and we would be interested in it. BPI has a long history of mergers and acquisitions. We integrate businesses well. The people integrate well. We're able to take care of customers of the businesses that we buy. And so we think we're a natural for the Citibank business. And I would like to see nothing more than to see that Citibank business come join the BPI business.
All right, so yun, siguro naman kilala niyo ang Citibank, BPI. Mag-merge na raw itong dalawang company na to, and siyempre ang BPI yung magiging owner, mostly ng merging na to. Actually, to give you background ng Citibank, ito yung nag-number one before, no, during our time, number one credit card sa Pilipinas. Pag sinabi mong, kaya ko naman nasabi yun before kasi, being na sa credit card business or sa financial business during that time. And we're selling Citibank. Kung natatanda nyo pa, yung Standard Chartered Bank, yung magkalaban yan. Basta unang nag-exit yung Standard Chartered. Pero yung Standard Chartered Bank, during that time, dun ako na parang nagkaroon ng break. And dalawa kami ng wife ko, yung wife ko naman sa Citibank, ako naman sa Standard Chartered Bank. Para at least opposite, di ba? And that time, we're offering nag-start na sa Standard Chartered Bank. Sabihan yung personal loan that you can pay off your credit card interest or yung buong payment niya. And then you will pay sa Standard Chartered Bank na mas mababa. Kasi pagka yung monthly sa credit card na binabayaran yung mismong minimum lang, napakalaki ng charges niyan, 4% yan. So kaya nagka-compounded na lang yung binabayaran. No? So Standard Chartered came up with that program, so kami nakapag-start noon. And ayun, dami ko naging client noon from other banks, like for example, BPI, yan. Marami akong client sa BPI. And BDO. Yan. Maraming client yan. Mga bangko rin. Ay, yung mga bank na yan, no, siyempre, ano sa kanila yan, yung mga credit card. And sometimes pagka hindi na, ano yan, na budget, o kaya talagang emergency minsan ginagamit naman nila yun. Kaya, they paying only the minimum. Napakalaki ng interest. So, yun, nakatulong ako actually sa ibang mga bank officer during that time. Kasi syempre, ito, medyo ano lang to dahil sinasabi rin naman nila sa akin na confidential. Pero syempre, ako naman, dahil ano naman ako as a financial agent noong time na yun, hindi namin nire-reveal siya. So alam namin yung mga kita nila. Kasi one of the requirements, ITR. Okay, so ano yun, very, hindi pwede sabihin talaga. Pero kailangan yun kailangan na requirement yun. Para ma-approve din, saka kung magkano ma-approve siya. So sa dami ko rin na natulungan nun, nakapag-pay off sila ng credit card and then nakapag-restructure sila ng payment. Diba? Marami naging kaibigan din. Mga bank. Kasi sa bank, hindi ko sabihin of yung kanilang position. Okay? Kasi madali ma-approvehan Ngayon, yung Citibank naman, they come up with that program also. Mga late na rin. Pero, yun, nagkaroon din sila ng mababang price. Mababang interest. Para nag-counter lang. Lahat na may mga credit card, pwedeng bayaran to that personal loan. Ano lang doon, kasi mas maraming mga Citibank holder during that time. So, hindi naman pwedeng mag-apply sila for the personal loan tapos babayaran nila yung credit card nila. Hindi pwedeng same bank. Dapat ibang bank. So, ganun na pwedeng maging. So, okay naman. Citibank had been ilang years na rito sa Pilipinas. International bank yan. Kaya, kasi pag international bank, hindi ka pwedeng magtayo ng maraming branches. Mostly mga ilang branch lang tapos may satellite office lang sila para at least kung sa mga provinces o sa mga PCPs. And hindi naging ganun kalakas, sabihin naman. Sa mahal yan kasi pag nag-open ka dyan during that time, 25,000 yung minimum balance mo. Sabihin na yun yung deposit mo agad to open an account. Tapos hindi pwedeng dalawin yun kasi pag bumaba yun, syempre, kabayad ka na ng and good to know, BPI naman, nag-expand by choosing Citibank as their partner. Kasi nga maraming transaction niya dito sa Pilipinas. And let's move on sa kanilang discussion.
I'm just curious if the Citibank business will be taken over by a Philippine bank. Will it be better for the banking sector in general?
I believe that they have renewed contact with human beings at this time because of the times that are coming. Contacts with the precision of a surgeon. So that they
General, or is that something that is more of a neutral stance?
I think it's fairly neutral, April. It's really up to the decision of Citibank who they want to sell the business to. But I think key in their decision should be to make sure that the customers that they have today, or excellent customers, are well taken care of by whoever acquires that business. And even more important than the customers, April, are the people they have. I know they have an excellent team there. And we just need, I hope the Citibank headquarters, Citibank New York, make sure that when they do decide who will take over that business, that they give a lot of due consideration to their people.
The IMF previously warned that the Philippine banks may experience systemic solvency distress if the economic impact because of the COVID-19 pandemic worsens. What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with the view of the IMF?
Well, it's always what's the extreme, right? I mean, if this economy were to go into a tailspin, obviously, yes. But I think we're still in good hands. The BSP has given some relief in terms of provisioning. We're working very closely with the BSP. As I said, the banks don't really want borrowers to get into trouble. We go out of our way to help the borrowers. We look at their situation. We understand the pandemic situation that we're in. This is like a hard stop. No one's fault, right? No one's fault. and it's like the economy just ground to a halt. And my view is that if we get over this sooner rather than later, you'll see a startup that's rather quick. And that's why we're able to look at borrowers and assess them from what is their potential if the economy were to reopen in the near term. And those guys, we are able to restructure and help. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of liquidity in the system, so that's good. Even from a fiscal response, I think the DOF has done very well in terms of keeping the economy spurred and injecting the right amount of stimulus into the economy. So I think we're in good hands. And what we need to make sure is that the vaccine program rolls out in a timely manner and efficiently, and we get as many people vaccinated as quickly as possible, so mobility can resume. That's what it is, right? It's all about mobility, and we just need to make sure that people don't lose confidence in their futures. And if people can see a light at the end of the tunnel, I think we're good.
Okay, so last year, I think Bong Ponsing said that the NPL ratio could peak at 6 to 8%. But earlier this year, he said, looks like it would peak at a lower level. With the reimposition of ECQ and MECQ, are you maintaining the same view? Or do you think we'll go back to the 6 to 8%? Or is there even a chance that we could do a repeat of the Asian financial crisis where NPLs reach double-digit level?
I don't think we get back to the Asian financial crisis for the simple reason that two things. People aren't as levered today as they were back in 97, right? And secondly, interest rates are so low compared to 97 again. So the ability to service is actually quite there. Our estimate now is that NPLs probably peak anywhere between 4 to 5% by the end of this year. And my guess is probably mid-4s, 4.4, 4.5. So that we're still maintaining that. In fact, this current lockdown, while people say it might last May 15, May 30, I think there's significantly a lot more mobility in today's ECQ.
Stay connected, play games, and more when you buy load using Shopee Pay on the Shopee homepage.
Ang daming ngayon.
Of last year. There is a good number of people getting vaccinated, right? So I think we come out of this sooner rather than later.
I think a lot of companies that we've talked to actually said that they've done their homework, so they can cope with this set of lockdowns this time around. They're not caught by surprise. Another issue that people have or are worried about as far as banks are concerned is the capital level. So I'm just curious about BPI. What's your capitalization level? Is that something that you can be proud about to tell them you shouldn't worry about the capitalization level?
Yeah, our CAR is I think 16 over 16%. So our CAR ratios I think are actually too high. And it's really driven, as you know, April, it's really driven by the fact that we did a capital raise exercise, right, in 2018, where we thought we were raising capital because loan growth would be significantly strong. And that didn't pan out in 2019. It was fairly decent. And then all of a sudden in 2020, and here we are, 2021, loan growth will be fairly muted. So I think we have a lot of capital. In fact, I think we have too much capital, to be honest.
So is paying out more cash dividends a consideration?
It is a consideration. But we'll have to see where NPLs and provisioning levels go. But once we're in the clear, yeah, I think that's something we should consider, or we will consider actually.
Mm-hmm. And what is your outlook for the Philippine banking sector in general for this year and going forward?
It's going to be muted. I think people will still be fairly cautious. So I think loan growth will be fairly benign because simply the fact that the economy, people are quite uncertain about the economy. And last year, a lot of corporates, the top corp.
Sunod-sunod,
raised a lot of cash and capital, so they're flush with cash. Whereas when you look at mid-sized corporates and SMEs, a lot of them are probably struggling or not that confident. So I think hopefully confidence returns by the end of this year. And then next year, we could have strong loan growth again. We'll need to see clear light at the end of the tunnel for this pandemic.
Yeah, hopefully the vaccinations pick up steam so that, there will be more confidence.
Yeah, but once we get there, April, once we see that, let's say, cases are very muted, and then we begin to see that vaccination rates are, maybe not even close to the 70% that they're looking for, but that the program is in place and that it's working well, so that you have a clear outlook that say, maybe by February or maybe by April next year, it's done, right? Today, we don't know it, and that's the uncertainty. But once you see the system working, and then we can predict when we'll be out of the woods, then confidence will return. And I bet you, my guess is it returns quite strongly.
Does BPI have like a vaccination program for its employees?
Yeah, we do. We're part of the Ayala vaccination program, where we're vaccinating all the employees and then getting their households as well as families vaccinated if they wanted to. So it's part of the Ayala program.
Are you also doing an educational program to encourage more employees to participate?
Yeah, actually, that's so true, April. That's so true that, when across the Ayala group, when we did the first round and said, who wants to be vaccinated, the people who raised their hands wasn't quite as high as we had wanted to. But then we went out on a sort of a campaign to educate people and to explain the why you need to get vaccinated, and squelch some of those fears. So now the acceptance rate is much higher.
Yeah, and hopefully after more people at the top get vaccinated, there will be more confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, thank you very much, TG, and good luck to BPI and good luck to your career.
Thanks so much,
Stay
April.
safe. Yeah.
Thank you, April.
All right. Si April. Si April naman yung from COL. Officer ng COL. Yan. Si Mimi, very active. Anyway, yan about merging of Citibank and BPI. It's another good thing for BPI para at least mag-boost yung kanilang banking sector. Alright, so we're done for today sa ating update. So syempre, last but not the least, yung ating mga options as sinasabi ko kanina after na ating trading update. Okay, so mga pwedeng gawin, lalo na mga nag-decide na to start investing or trading in our stock market. I always suggesting na mag-start muna kayo dito sa Philippine stock market. Philippine setting muna kasi pagka nag-start kayo sa mga international or kaya sa mga trading na hindi nyo pa alam, baka mahirapan kayo kung dito pa nga lang sa atin, hindi pa masimulan. Diba? Kasi mag-iba yan, syempre. Sa Pilipinas, alam natin kung ano yung mga market na pwede natin bilhin. And then, pagkaralan natin, syempre, yung kanilang fundamental and technical. That you can adapt pag natutunan nyo sa ibang market, lalo sa international market. Okay, so these three options sa inyo kung gusto nila magpilian. Number one, learn to trade, and learn to trade. It will take 1 to 3 years to learn stock market trading. Sabi ko 3 beses, di ba? Kasi depende yan sa bilis mo rin, pag-aaral. Kasi kailangan matutunan mo the fundamental, technical analysis, and that will help you to find a good company. Especially yung strategies na malalaman mo sa pag-trade. And also, yung kanina, pinakita ko yung platform, sample platform, ginagamit natin si o naman yung mga yung platform na hawak mo ngayon. At marami ka pwede pagpilihan actually yung mga platform sa Pilipinas. Over 100 na broker mag-offer sa'yo ng depende nga lang yan sa iyong capacity o yung tinatawag natin financial capacity, investment. Meron kasi mataas ang deposit, meron mababa. Like for example, COL, ito yung pinakababa actually, 1,000 pesos pwede. Actually, meron pa mas mababa, yung wala kang deposit. Ito yung BDO Securities naman. Pero you have to have your own BDO online account. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron kang account na current account or saving accounts, and then i-apply mo yun, i-enroll mo sa BDO online para makapag-open ka ng BDO securities. Kasi doon manggagaling yung iyong buying power o pambili ng iyong shares sa stocks. Okay. Now, if you lose at the beginning of the trading, that's your tuition fee in learning. Okay lang yun. Kaya lang, the more na hindi mo alam, no, at the more na nakikita po pa sa market, to participate, yun, the more chances of losing. Di ba? The more chance of losing. Okay, the investment. So I suggest you need to get a mentor or coach to guide you, no, to shorten your learning curve or the cost of learning as your tuition fee. Kasi nga, pag ikaw na-loss ang yung mga yung investment, siyempre, ay na magiging parang ano mo na yun, tuition fee mo na yun. Meron kilala, 200,000 yung kanyang tuition fee. Kasi yung 200,000 yung kanyang realized loss. Sabihin, ni-withdraw niya na, sinel niya yung kanyang position. Kaya realized na yun. Kung hindi pa sinesell, kahit bumagsak yan, mababa na ang presyo, kung long term ka naman, hindi pa, paper loss pa lang ang tawag. Lang, siyempre, masakit pa rin yung pag nakikita mo, di ba? Okay. Kaya kung meron ka namang mentor or coach, malalaman mo kung paano right trading. Pero depende rin yan, no? Kailan pumili ka ng right coach or mentor. Kasi siyempre, magpapayad ka dyan. Hindi may pwedeng walang bayad yan. Valuable yung mga, tinuturo. Like for example, ako, I'm doing also mentoring and coaching. Yung matutunan ko, siyempre, kasi dinaanan ko rin yun. I learn and I pay for my tuition fee. Para minimal naman yung maging gastos ko, di ba? To train up, natutunan naman, and then ngayon sinishare ko naman sa mga. Okay, or number 2, invest in a mutual fund or get insurance policy. Kung ayaw mo naman talaga mag-trade o matutunan to, kasi yung iba, napapagod na, diba? Pagod na mag-aral, okay, yung iba naman, tinatamad na, o kaya naman, nalilito lang, at ayaw ng pag-aralan. Yung iba naman kasi iniisip lang ako, nakaupo ko matapos sa computer, kailangan intindihin ko yung mga nandiyan, yung mga chart, hindi ko na kaya. So, para makapag-participate ka, invest in mutual fund. Maraming mutual fund yan na kailangan aralin mo rin. Nagbibigay sila ng 7 to 12%, depende. Siyempre, hindi na pwedeng, kailangan kumita pa rin yung mutual fund. Kaya hindi lahat yan nagbibigay. So, unlike doon sa inyong sa trading, kung ikaw nagtitrade, 100% ikaw yung kikita. Sa mutual fund, averaging niya for 5 years, na-average yan kung magkano. 12%, 1% per month. So, ayun ang potential. Pero, yun nga rin, may time na pag nakabili ka sa mataas ang presyo at biglang bumaba, ayun, potential din yung bumaba rin yung value ng investment. At unlimited yun, pwede bumaba ng gusto. Pero yun nga, nag-average yun. Kung hindi mo kukunin, definitely, makagets mo pa rin yung pinaka-interest na in-offer sa'yo. Sometimes, hindi pa rin meron kasi katulad magkilala ako talagang malapit na siya nabili na kasi mahal mataas. And ngayon, malapit na siya mature. Hindi pa rin umaabot sa 80% loss pa rin siya. Value. So, yung 80% loss. 1 million yun. Just make 200,000 loss na pa. Ganong pieces. So, make sure na katulad niyan, reach the right time to buy kasi mas mura. Ngayon, sa mga insurance naman, difference lang, meron ka policy. Pagka ikaw nangyari sila, matay ka, may mga procedure sa wala naman, since may mga products na variable, ang tawagin, nilalagay sa investment yun, meron ka namang kikitain for your retirement, potential income yun, para at least meron kang kasos. It's a low risk investment, so you definitely get it. Okay, or invest in a retail, number 3, invest in a retail stock market. May maraming trader naman dyan na kilala mo, trusted naman, you can invest para at least lumaki rin naman yung kanilang buying power. Parang small hedge fund din. Pag-usapan niya lang pa paano yung mga terms, conditions. Okay. Sa mga Facebook naman, meron din nag-offer ng gano'n. Kaya lang make sure pa rin